One thing to know with a Gemini Sun is that since you are interested in so many things, you have to be careful not to become that jack of all trades but master of none. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Whatever it is that you do for a living has got to stimulate you, because if it doesn't, you get bored very easily. And it's not uncommon for a Gemini to change careers, to become bored with whatever they choose as a life path early on, because you didn't really discover this about yourself until later, and you're still very young. So I'm not sure. Are you working or in school now?
I just finished up, actually.
You just finished school, and so you're about to begin your career.
Well, I started about a year ago, I mean.
And what do you do for a living?
I work in television.
Okay. So television is a field that has to stimulate you, and it's got to always be fun, and there must be something to constantly keep you on your toes if you're in the television business. Are you?
Yeah, I'd say that's right.
Are you a writer at all for television, or are you in the sales or communications in some way?
Oh, wow, it's like you're reading my mind here. I actually just picked up the phone. I'm trying to sell a couple of different series and a movie I've written.
Okay, so you're a screenwriter? Is that what that is?
That's not my profession. I work in the lower end of television, clerical work mainly. But, yeah, writing is my ideal at the moment.
Well, it's not just your ideal, it's what you're supposed to be doing. And I'm confirming that and validating that by looking at the map of your soul right now. Okay, I've never met you, I've never spoken to you, but I will tell you that your life direction centers around communication and sharing that communication with the public. Okay, you're choosing.
I'm sorry, the map of my soul?
Yes,
where'd you find that?
That's what this is. This birth chart is the map of your soul. Absolutely. All of your lessons and what you signed up for is staring right in front of me right now. And I'm only able to scratch the surface in these couple of minutes, but you are definitely going to have wonderful success if you pursue communication. That's what you're meant to do, okay? You are someone who's very, very diplomatic when it comes to career. You might not want to rock the boat. You might want to, I don't want to say brown nose, because I don't think that's fair for me to say, but you just come across as someone who's very diplomatic, and you go out of your way to keep the peace. So it'll be interesting that when you're about 28, 29 years old, during that time period, you're going to have a very major career lesson having to do with what I just said, okay? And I know it's a way off, but it's coming up strongly in your chart, and that's going to be a turning point for you in your career direction. It's going to be you learning the proper way to relate to authority figures in your career who have the power to help you in your career direction. This will not happen until you're about 28, 29 years old. But remember this, how you handle that lesson when it happens is going to determine a great deal of your future career success. Okay?
I'm sorry, but to clarify, I mean, if you know this much, is that going to be a situation in which I screw up royally, or is it a positive thing?
You have the free will to determine that. What I see is something that happens to all of us when we're about 28, 29 years old. It's called a Saturn return. Saturn is the planet of karma in astrology, and it's what you're afraid of and what you have to overcome, what you're meant to do, what you're meant to really succeed at in this life, ironically, is what you're most afraid of. And for you, Saturn is in your career sector in the sign Libra, which rules relationships. So that basically tells me that there could be, if you're not experiencing this yet, it could be coming up that there's almost fear of stepping on someone's toes who is an authority figure who can really take you to the next level. And what you will learn to do, the karmic lesson, is that you're going to learn how to properly relate to this person, okay? And I don't want to get too much into your past because this isn't a private reading, but psychologically, this fear that I'm seeing, it comes from the imprint that happened with you and your father, okay? And again, it's totally up to you if we go any further with that or not. But it's a karmic lesson that's going to come full circle when you're about 28, 29 years old. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, good. Well, just know that when this happens, don't be afraid of it, because it's, trust me, you have tremendous talent, tremendous success potential in communications, and you're choosing to do it through television, and that's fabulous, because it's a beautiful form, it's a beautiful medium. I can see, I wouldn't be surprised. I said screenwriting, and you said that that's not what you do, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes beyond television, if you are asked at some point in your career to do something for a documentaries or the big screen type of a thing. And I'm not saying you're going to be a famous screenwriter. I'm just seeing your talent and your potential. And so I want to point it out to you because it's what you do with it. Your goal is to just not be scattered and to focus. Because if you can discipline yourself, Zachary, and focus, I can see all of the amazing success that's coming to you.
And do you see anything in his chart that he'll remember a certain podcast host when he becomes so tremendously successful?
That's not coming up, unfortunately.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, Zachary.
You got my word, Jim.
Okay, very good. Well, Zachary, I hope this was a valuable experience for you and that you enjoyed it.
It was a blast. Thank you very much.
Well, Maria, I really hope Zachary can live up to that. He seems like a bright young man, and I think that he'll go far.
You've got some future.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And now it looks like we're joined on the line by Stephanie. Stephanie, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Oh, hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Very good.
We've shared your birth information with Maria off the line, and we'll let you guys interface, and Maria can tell you more about your chart and maybe where the future lies.
Oh, great.
Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Good. How are you, Maria?
Fantastic. I'm so excited to share some of your astrology with you tonight. Have you ever had your chart read before?
Never.
Oh, so everyone tonight is completely new to astrology. This is fun. Okay, well, like I said to the other callers, I urge you to visit my website and cast your free chart. All you need is your birth information, and what you'll be able to do is look and see the visual of what I'm looking at right now as I start to talk to you. And by looking at that birth chart, realize that it is the blueprint, the map of your soul and all the lessons that you came here to learn, all of your talents and weaknesses and strengths and just everything that can be in your lifetime is all there, all the potential, and it's up to you to manifest it. So that's what the free will is. Now, since we don't have a lot of time, I can't give you a full consultation. Realize that what I talk about is only scratching the surface. There is so much more depth to this, and it'll probably feel like a tease. That's what one of the other callers said. So I apologize. There's really nothing I could do about that. I will talk about what stands out the most to me as I'm looking at your chart. The first thing I have to tell you, I see you're a Taurus. I'm a Taurus too, so I can relate to the Taurian energy. You know, the Taurus sun sign. A lot of people don't realize that the sun sign is not necessarily what you are. It's what you're learning to become, okay? So you're learning the qualities of being a Taurus. And yes, you're very determined and persistent and loyal and stubborn, and you know, people say you're security conscious and you're too worried about money and all of that. But you know what? You're here to learn about values. That's what you will be tested on all of your life. And for you, it's a lot of family values. That sun is in your fourth house of home and family, and domestic security is number one on your priority list. There is so much to be said for the ability you have to create that wonderful warm nest. And I don't know if you're a mother. Do you have children?
I've got grown stepchildren.
Grown stepchildren. Okay, so did you help raise them?
No. Okay. I acquired them as adults. So.
So they came fully grown, and you know, even though you didn't raise children of your own, your home, your setting in your home must be so inviting and comfortable, and I wouldn't be surprised if people love to come to you, and just gravitate towards your home. I see that energy in your chart very strongly. We've
had some of the kids move in, and the grandkids have been here and stuff, so yeah, we do have We do have a